Hello, and welcome back for another video. Once again, this is going to be a short one because I've got lunch waiting on me. I don't know why I end up deciding to do a video right before I'm ready to eat. And man, it smells good. Okay, let's get into it. So today, I was just down at Texas Chicken, ordering some food, and listening to the radio, KFBK, a local channel here in Sacramento. And Trump was on, and he was being interviewed by the press, by the media. I don't know what the event was, but naturally the topic of conversation surrounded Kavanaugh and the hearing that's supposed to take place tomorrow, which I'm going to be following if at all possible. It is my day off, so I got plenty of time to check out any live streams or any reports on it, just for my own personal interest. But one thing Trump said was that this is a very dangerous time in this country. And the precedent that's being set, now these aren't his words exactly, I'm summarizing here. The precedent that's being set with this culture of guilty until proven innocent is a very, very dangerous thing. And that's 100% the truth. That is spot on the money. Uh-oh. Dog whistling to Nazis! So, the last question that he was asked was his message to young men in America, teenage boys in America. Okay, he was asked to basically explain what his message is to that demographic. Okay, and he went on to describe this precedent of being guilty until proven innocent, which is completely contrary to the way our judicial system is supposed to work. I mean, this is the type of thing that, totalitarian dictatorships use. You're guilty until proven innocent, and it allows the accuser to insinuate all kinds of horrible things about you that may not be true at all, but the fact that the court of public opinion believes them and deems you guilty can actually have very real-world consequences and ruin your life. So, that sums up the message that Trump had for young men in the United States. Now, of course, when he was done explaining this, the reporter went into a frenzy and started repeating the question. Wait, Mr. President, you didn't explain. Tell us, what's your message for young men in the United States today? Well, you dummy reporter, he just gave it to you. Now, let me tell you something. The media wanted him to come out wagging his finger at young men, going, mind your P's and Q's, gentlemen, because, you're bad. You're bad, especially if you're white. You're just bad if you're white and male in this country. Mind your P's and Q's. Be a soy boy. Be a hipster. Make sure that you are on the up and up. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. Fuck the media for asking the question with that premise. Because that's exactly the premise they were trying to set. They're trying to get Trump to wag his finger and shame young men in America. And he wouldn't do it. In fact, he did just the opposite. And he let young men in America know that, yes, this is a dangerous time. That is a dangerous precedent. Now, speaking from my own experience, I was accused of rape once, falsely. And the accusation nearly got me killed. Okay? Men came after me to kill me, and I actually had to flee for my life. Fortunately for me, they discovered that my accuser was just flat out lying. Okay? And so they responded appropriately and they backed off. I wouldn't call these men honorable, but I will say that action of recognizing the truth for what it was and deciding to change their course of action as a result is not only good common sense, but respectable. So, yes, young men in America, this is a dangerous time for you, for all of us. Look at what's happening to men who don't follow the party line in this country, namely the extreme far left party line, the socialist party line, the Marxist/communist party line. You've got to realize that the culture in this country at the moment is such that an accusation can be leveled at you, and yes, your life can be ruined as a result, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Now, am I saying to curb your urges? No. You can't really do anything about that either. You have urges. You're gonna flirt, you're gonna make mistakes, but you need to understand that not all women, oh, here I go again, no, Walt, not all women are like that, right? Well, it's the truth. Not all women are like that, but a great, vast majority are. They will falsely accuse you of something. They will. In fact, another story I heard on the radio last night as I was at work, driving around delivering pizzas, this woman called in to the Pat Walsh show. And, of course, the subject in the media right now is Kavanaugh and Ford and all this. And this woman described a situation where, when she was a kid, where she witnessed this young woman become extremely irate with her boyfriend or with some male that was in proximity to her. And she began scratching herself and hitting herself and ripping her own hair out while screaming, "He's raping me! He's raping me!" Let that sink in. This ties to female nature, and I don't care how offended you are at me saying this. It does. If you study psychology, if you study the relationship between anatomy and behaviors, biology, then you know that this does tie in to female nature. And yes, there is a difference between male nature and female nature. You can't deny it. All you got to do is observe human behavior. And, I mean, toddlers understand this. This is why boys play with trucks and tools and girls play with dolls and makeup. It's just that fucking simple. So yes, young men, you're going to have it pretty rough in the coming years. And it's going to suck. A lot of you are going to go MGTOW, men going their own way. Now, I'm a MGTOW as well. And you're going to experience that other men hate you for it. Other women will hate you for it. They will mock you. They will ridicule you. They will tell you that you're just afraid of commitment. They will ignore the very real experiences that you have, such as loss of freedom, loss of finances, loss of self-esteem, loss of mental stability. All of these things, women can have an effect on you if you're not strong in your own personal character. Now, I occasionally have friends or, people that I'm closer to do the same with me. Question why I'm MGTOW, which is fine. You're going to get that. And maybe one day I'll explain that. But it basically boils down to personal experiences in my life that made me determine that associating with women was just not worth the risk. I don't want that to happen to any man, anywhere. That's never a good thing. When it finally becomes clear to a man that he cannot make it in this world, he is going to lose, no matter what he does, so long as he continues chasing tail. That's the reality that MGTOW face. Now, a lot of you MGTOW out there think that this is some sort of a club, and that it's a trend, a fashion thing. No, it's not. And for a lot of younger MGTOW, who've never even had a girlfriend, you've got no excuse for going MGTOW. I'm sorry, you just don't. That's lame. Get out there, live life, experience some traumas. Experience getting accused of things you didn't do and having people frown at you and shame you. Let it make you stronger as a person. And hopefully in the future the culture will change and things will come back into balance. Because remember, no matter how far in one direction the pendulum swings, it always comes back in the other direction. So there is hope for the future, especially for younger men in this country. There's lots of hope, lots of potential. So take Trump's message to heart. And also take to heart that he didn't buckle to the media pressure and wag his fingers at you. Instead, what he did was speak in support of you. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to tuck on into this lunch because I'm hungry.